Yo, what's good, fam? You know who I am, Wealthy Westbrooks. Back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But if you've been tuned in, then you already know the vibe. Listen, I'm outside, man. We outside with it today. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm about to tell you is really important. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, okay? Because it's really important that you not only listen, but apply this to your life, okay? Now, here's the thing. In order for you to really allow more into your life, more blessings, right? More abundance, like new things, anything, right? You need to make space for it, right? You need to make room for it, all right? Now, this is literally speaking, physically speaking, and spiritually speaking, okay? I'm gonna break it down for you. Pay attention. Let's say, for example, you got a closet full of clothes and a closet full of shoes and stuff like this, right? But you want more clothes and more shoes. How are you gonna put those clothes and the shoes in the closet if it's already full, right? You're gonna need to go through it and sort it and sift through it and remove the items that you no longer need, the items that no longer serve you, right? And you can apply this and extrapolate this into any realm of your life, right? You need to make space for the new things that you want in your life, right, bro? And the reason oftentimes, the reason you don't have the things that you want in your life is because you haven't allowed yourself or given yourself the space, right? You haven't provided yourself or made the space for it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't cultivated a space for the new things physically, right? Maybe you want money, but how are you going to respond when you get that money? The universe is not going to just bless you with a bunch of money unless you are clear on what you're going to do with it, right? You got to make space, right? You got to get rid of the old to make room for the new. Same thing, whether it's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you're wanting to attract a relationship or the woman of your dreams, fam, you're going to need to create a space within your heart, right? You're going to need to open up a space in your heart to let somebody in, pause, right? And you're also going to need to cultivate a space into which they'll want to spend time and share time and energy and air with you. So these are all important things that you need to take into consideration, because so many times we get caught up in, oh, I want this, I want this, I want that, but there's no physical, mental, or spiritual space for that to manifest. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes we start cluttering physically, right? Hoarding stuff, jamming things, and just collecting a bunch of stuff, right? It's really important to get clearer. Like, it's springtime right now. Right now I'm spring cleaning, G shit. In fact, I'm getting ready to move. So as I go through some of my items, you know, I'm getting rid of the things I don't use anymore, the things that I never use, the things that they don't serve me anymore. They don't match my frequency. You know what I'm saying? You have to get rid of the old things. I'm getting rid of old things, bro. Old clothes, old shoes, old items. You know what I'm saying? Outdated. I shouldn't, you know, maybe old isn't the right word, but just things that just serve me no purpose. You know what I'm saying? Giving stuff away, leaving it to people on the curb. Because it's like, bro, you have to get rid of the baggage. We love to just hold on to things, bro. You gotta learn to let it go. You gotta learn to let it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want the best life, if you want to be an entrepreneur, bro, you gotta let go of the 9 to 5. You gotta get in a position where you're confident and have enough faith to let it go. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to get rid of your old life, to substitute it for the new life. But you have to be willing to do that. And you have to make room for that shit, bro. Mentally, you have to prepare yourself. Spiritually, you have to prepare yourself. You understand me? Because it's like this. It's like, so many times we block ourselves, bro. You block your own blessings because you're so caught up on holding on to the life that you don't even want, bro. That's crazy. Why would you sit there and hold on to a life that you don't even want? You're scared to let shit go, but at the end of the day, you want something more. You want something better. Now, it's normal to have that fear because you're comfortable, right? It's your old identity. It's your old version, right? It's your old frequency. Your old frequency wants to do nothing but keep you there. So every time you start to break through to the next level, you start to have a paradigm shift, your old frequency, right? Your old vibration, it's going to start to pull and tug and try to bring you back to the old version of you. But the higher self, right? Your higher self, the best version of you, knows you have to go for it with unwavering faith, even if you can't always see the outcome. But a lot of us, we get scared, man. It's that root chakra. We're blocked because, ooh, I'm afraid to let go of my security. I'm afraid to, get rid of this girl because, I know her, I'm comfortable, but maybe you can get a better girl or a better job, or you can move to a different city. But I know this city so well and my friends, but you're not willing to let go of the old to let the new in. Your blessings are on the other side of your fear sometimes, or the other side of your comfort zone. You understand me? You will not attract more until you become more and until you allow that into your life. And plus, you need to match the frequency. You can't match the frequency of that which you want if you're still operating at the frequency of that which you already were. Your current reality is nothing more than a physical manifestation of old thoughts, brother. Everything you see, everything it's already been done. It's already been created. Your life, everything is there already. Let's start using our imagination. Let's start using our mental faculties. Let's start using our God-given creative powers to create a new life, a life of design, a life of intention, a life that we can visualize and see clearly, right? And that's what this is about. As I get ready to move and as I prepare myself for this new beginning, this new chapter, I'm getting rid of things. I'm letting things go. I'm shedding shedding old skin and I'm growing new skin. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. It's important for you. We all do this. Spring is on the way. Summer's on the way. I should say spring is in full effect. Spring's coming to an end. Summer's on the way. So it's like transitioning. There's so much going on behind the scenes. Let me calm down, man. Slow down. It's a beautiful day. I'm outside, chilling poolside. I created another YouTube channel. So now I'm working off 2 channels. We'll see which channel goes best. I got my Wealthy Westbrook channel and I've got my Tapped In TV channel. Both channels are going to be super lit. I'm going to be talking about similar concepts on each. I think more with the Wealthy Westbrook's channel, I'll be doing more, obviously, like lifestyle, bringing people into my personal life a little bit more with the Wealthy Westbrooks, as well as more of the business side of things, right? Like more like the man and like the 3D world type shit. And then on Tapped In TV, I'm going to be, talking more about, chosen, esoteric knowledge, ancient knowledge, chosen one type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the way I cultivate my audience. Wealthy Westbrooks is more for the grinders, the hustlers, the money getters, the go-getters. You know what I'm saying? The ones who are coming about the slums, man. The ones who are, really doing the shit for real. You know what I'm saying? And the other one's going to be a little bit more of a spiritual side where not everybody's focused on that. But I've done enough to understand that both realms of existence are important. It's important for you to master the physical plane. It's also important for you to master the spiritual plane, and obviously the mental plane, right? So those are the 3 planes of existence: spiritual, mental, and physical. Now the whole point of this is going back to the beginning. It's like, yo, you need to be willing to let go of old thoughts, old ideas, old beliefs. You need to be willing to let go of the things that you thought were going to work that didn't. The things that you tried that didn't succeed. You know what I'm saying? That pride and that ego is so many times the thing that holds you back because you're not willing to just cut the losses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you got to just reset, reconfigure, recalibrate because what you're doing is not working. And you have to have the honesty within yourself to address that shit and confront that shit if it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Your purpose and what you're supposed to do is supposed to come with natural flow. Like you see, I'm on the camera just vibing right now, just flowing. I'm in front of the pool. Let me show you my view real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like what your purpose in life, fam, is supposed to be something that you just do naturally, something that you love, bro. Like you shouldn't be stressing all day, like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Why am I here? Like, bro, get on your grind, bro. Do something. Do what you love, bro. Like write down things you love and then just figure out, can you monetize those things? You know what I'm saying? So many times we think that you can't be spiritual and like physical at the same time. Like, oh, you can't be strong and successful, but also spiritual and tapped into source energy. You can do all of it, bro. You can do everything. You understand me? Bro, like, I was packing up my stuff earlier today, and just reflecting on life, you know what I'm saying? And, bro, like, some of you have to realize, like, this life is yours for the taking, bro. You can make your life whatever you want, man. I've been through so many things, bro. Like, growing up, man, I grew up in a small, tiny little apartment. Fucking tiny little apartment. You know what I'm saying? We had a You know, it was just a regular apartment in the city, bro. Like nothing special at all. Fucking nothing. Pardon my language. I mean, I was blessed, you're saying, but I'm saying the rent couldn't have been like more than 200-300 a month, bro. You know what I'm saying? I watched my mom like, and watched my dad and my parents, you know, just do their best, you know. And bro, like so many of you have been given just, you've been given things so easily. You've been given things that you just take for granted, bro. Like my apartment burnt down, bro. I remember we were living in a place, and then we moved to another little apartment in the same complex, nothing drastic, same small little community, and then our apartment burned down, bro. So I want you to for a second to just imagine what it's like to be like 4 or 5 years old, whatever, 6 years old, living with your mom. Dad's in the picture but not in the crib, and the whole the whole house burns down, the whole apartment burns down, everything you have burns away, and then you have to relocate again. Like this is the type of shit I went through, bro. Yeah, but you don't hear me crying and sad about it. But that's the shit I went through, bro. Like my mom went through, my family went through this shit, bro. We never had shit easy, bro. I used to dream about sitting poolside with palm trees, bro. I used to dream about this shit, bro. I used to really like pray to God. Sleepless nights, bro. I used to sit there and visualize. I used to throw pictures of magazines up on my wall, bro. And so I used to sit there and just put wallpapers on my screen and my phone, and I used to just sit there and just pretend I was already living in paradise, bro. When I was brick, it was frozen, it was cold, I was down, I was out, shit was broken, we were broke, we were poor. Like, I had to hustle, bro, back against the wall, you know what I'm saying? Had to make shit happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed enough to stay on track. I was always smart in school, you know what I'm saying? I handled it. School was easy for me, bro, because I was a chosen one. That shit was not difficult. You feel me? Chosen ones know that shit. School was easy. But I always knew there was more to life. I always knew there was more than just education coming from the school system. So I've always been tapped into this, like, yo, what do I need to know for real to succeed in life? Like, what is life? You know what I'm saying? You see people living their dreams every single day, and you're like, how? It's because they believe in themselves. They know what they want, and they act on it with unwavering faith, man. They don't hesitate. They don't doubt themselves. They don't allow themselves to operate at lower frequencies, right? They do the inner work. I've done so much inner work and so much inner healing, bro. I haven't always been like this. I haven't always known shit like this. I haven't always spoken like this. I've had to do the work. I've had to do the research. I've had to read the books. I've had to listen to the audio books. I've had to hire the coaches. I've had to hire the mentors. I've had to do all these things. That's why if you're somebody who's lost or who's waiting for their breakthrough, who's really just wanting so much more because you know you deserve so much more, but for some reason you just can't figure it out. Like, I've been there, and I want to help you. I can help you. You understand me? Because we're no different. I just know that what I've done is based on so much more than I can just deliver to you in one video. That's why I have the Westbrooks method. It's a mentorship. You can join it. I have free guides. I have programs and courses. You can get all this. But I'm not here to pitch you on anything. I'm not here to sell you on anything. I'm here to tell you that if you're anybody like that, you can do it with or without me, without anybody. If you just tap into God and you tap into source energy and you believe in yourself and you get around the right environment, your life can change drastically. Your life can change quickly. But I'm going to tell you what really helped me. Okay? It's all going to start with going to the gym. You've got to be hitting the gym. I'm hitting the gym all the time. It does more than just help you physically. It puts you in a mindset where for just that time, you're in the present. You're not thinking about your problems. You're not thinking about your stresses. You're not thinking about anything other than that current rep and that current set and that pump that you're getting. It raises your frequency. It releases dopamine. It helps deal with cortisol. Working out is an amazing thing. It's so vital. You've got to be working out. It raises your frequency. At some point throughout the day, I'm not saying you got to wake up and go to the gym right away, or you got to do this hardcore heavy. Nah, bro, just work out. Like, get active. You know what I'm saying? Get in motion. Lift heavy weights. Lift some weights. At least do some type of exercise. Okay, that's key. That's a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Okay, that's something that I've always had to do. And bro, it's not even like, bro, I have to go to the gym, bro. There's gonna be phases when you might not go as hard. You know what I'm saying? You might take your foot off the brake a little bit, or take your foot off the gas, and you might not put in as much reps in the gym. You might not do as much, but you still want to hit the gym. Regardless, there's going to be different seasons and reasons when you put maybe more focus on your money, right? But you got to hit the gym. You got to stay in shape. You got to do that, okay? The second thing is really monitoring what you put into your temple, like your physique, right? Your body is so important. So your diet, bro, like what type of foods and drinks are you eating? I'm not here to coach you on some like micromanaging you. You got to eat this, and that. But you just be mindful of the things you put into your body and how they affect you. That's really key because like that's what's worked for me is really understanding my body, on a physical level, also obviously like on a nutritional level, right? So just become aware of certain foods, how they affect you, how they impact your mindset, your behavior, your energy levels, all these types of things. If you don't know what to do when it comes to nutrition, and you just randomize, you just live like kind of like a lifestyle where it's just you do whatever, then monitor yourself. Like, how do you feel? Right? That's something I always want to tell people. It's like actually check yourself. Like, how do you feel? Because there's not really a one size fits all for everybody. But the third thing I always talk about is obviously just the mindset, right? So you're going to the gym. Now you're eating in a specific way. But then you also want to be doing the mindset work. You want to be making sure that you're learning, right? You're doing philosophy. You're studying philosophy. You're studying great people. You're studying success stories. You're working on your business. You're working on your mental fortitude. You're working on all the things that are going to be required for you to take yourself to the next level, the things that are going to be required for you to become the best version of yourself. So these are all the types of things that you should be doing on a daily. Working out, working on your nutrition, make sure that's dialed in, right, as far as your macros go. And then getting your motherfucking mind right, dog. Get your mind right. Once you get your mind right, everything else falls into place. And for the longest time, my mindset was just kind of shaky. Like, I'll go through phases and seasons where like I believe in myself and then I doubt myself. I believe in myself and then I doubt myself and then I switch ideas. And a lot of us go through these types of things. But now I'm so convicted on my purpose. I'm so convicted on what I'm supposed to do and why I'm supposed to do it that I'm just doubling down on it. Because the universe and God has shown me. God has shown me time and time and time and time again. Every time I do this and I try that or I veer from my purpose, which is ultimately this, it doesn't flow right. It doesn't work. I'm ejected from it. I'm pulled out of it for whatever at one point or another, bro. But one thing's for sure is I can't be taken away from myself. Give me a camera, I'm gonna get on here and tell you I'm gonna tell you what it is and then what it's not. Put me on camera and I'm gonna share this wisdom with you. But for me, it's been a journey of discovery. Some people know right off the bat, like, okay, I'm gonna do this X, Y, Z. For me, I've known for a long time, but I've also really explored different realms. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've listened to the media and I've done what I thought was the cool thing or the right thing to do, and it's not always the best thing to do. You don't want to just do what the masses do or what you think is the best idea for money or what the career path that seems to be the most successful is going to be. You want to do shit that resonates with you, that is aligned with you, right? And I'm naturally a communicator. I'm naturally a storyteller. I'm naturally a healer. I'm a helper. I'm somebody who's going to provide a message based off of my story, bro. I carry a lot of presence and power in my presence. I know this. Like, I walk into places I don't even gotta speak. And my aura, like my energy, I'm not bragging. I'm dead ass serious though. That's just what happens. Like, I have a certain presence about me, and I understand that, and it's a kind of a responsibility at this point. Like, the way people will respond to me, I understand that, bro. Like, I turn heads when I walk in the rooms. Like, I command attention. I don't know. It's because everything I've been through. I've been through so much that now allows me to hold my head into this position, hold my head high, right? Right. I've had so much weight on my shoulders that now I can sit here and tell you straight like this, like, you can do this. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I've been through a lot, just like you. There's no excuse. The only excuse is the ones that we make up. It takes the same amount of energy to believe as it does to doubt it. So start believing in yourself. Start knowing. If you don't know, figure it out. There's no reason to sit there in ignorance or just to quit. You don't got to sit around and just be like, fuck, I'm defeated. Like, nah, the answers are out here. You understand? So that's really the message here. Focus on doing the inner work. Get rid of old ideas, old ideologies, so that you can bring in new beliefs, new things like this. Sometimes that's what it's going to be. Sometimes it's going to be a whole new mindset. It's going to be a whole new thought process. It's going to be a whole new concept that you live off of. In fact, it will be. Understand that the best version of you is nothing really like the current version of you, because if it was, then we'd already be that. So there's going to be a lot that changes between now and then, and in between. So embrace the change, embrace the struggle, embrace the challenge, embrace the metamorphosis. Because that's all it is, fam. It's a metamorphosis, you know what I'm saying? Like a caterpillar to a butterfly. Feel me? That's really what it comes down to. So If this video helped you, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focus on success. When you see me drop another video, you already know what to do, man. Tap in. I love y'all. All right, peace.